Are you serious, guys? Are you serious? There's a lot going on right now. I'm trying to get to it quickly, but the Middle East is in trouble again. This time, explosions in Damascus. Yeah, Damascus. And it's getting ugly. And I told you that guy who took over for Assad, the Assyrian, and that's what I call him, the Assyrian. He's right out of the pages of the Bible, and I think he is the Assyrian found in Daniel. We'll talk about that. But first, why is these things happening? And is this going to be the ruin of Damascus? Another prophecy. Well, first of all, let me put a shout out, if I could, right now for www.healthwithpaul.com. That's www.healthwithpaul.com. A recent report found that nearly half of all popular protein powders contain unsafe levels of heavy metals like lead and cadmium, some of which exceed even the California safety limits. And if you care about the quality of your protein powder, that's a daily dose of toxins you never asked for. What? This is why. I'm telling you now, I'm using the amazing secret powder that I'll never go back to the store-bought protein. BioTrust does it again. It's a daily scoop of 24 grams of very clean protein, fish and plant protein that's lab tested for potency and purity. It helps me gain muscle. I have more energy. It supports faster metabolism. It keeps me feeling, guys, fuller for longer. Its low-carb protein powder comes in several award-winning, mouth-watering ice cream flavors. What? Yeah, it really does. And it will help support lean muscle, enhance your energy levels, curb your cravings, manage your weight, and a whole lot more. Guys, start looking better and feeling better. Do it now. Go to www.healthwithpaul.com. That's www.healthwithpaul.com. And it will take control of your skin and keep it looking great for the summer by grabbing yourself a free bag. You heard me right. A free bag. Plus, your free bag also comes with a free VIP live health and fitness coaching for life. A free ebook titled 15 Fat Belly Milkshake Recipes. What? All of this, guys, if you'll click on that link below the video, if you go to www.healthofpaul.com, free shipping with every order. Fast, delicious, low-carb protein that boosts the metabolism, increases the energy, zaps that bad food cravings, doubles as a perfect pre-bedtime snack to restore your body, support your metabolism while you sleep, and naturally source clean ingredients. It's about time. Guys, do it now. Do it right now. Go to www.healthwithpaul.com. That's www.healthwithpaul.com. You'll be glad that you did, and you'll say, thank you, Pastor Paul, once again for coming through in the clutch. All right. Well, let me just say right now, real fast, it's incredible. We filmed yesterday all day. Heidi did incredible interviews with the audience, and she has more to do. Incredible, heartbreaking, tear-jerking interviews with some of the amazing Publicly Prophecy audience and members of our online church on how to deal with grief. And she has more interviews to come with an incredible story coming from Israel Hall's mother. But also, while that's going on, then there's going to be the interviews on how to overcome addictions and some of people's testimonies on what they have overcome and how they did it. And the amazing thing is, God is on your side. I want you to know that God is on your side. So do this. Go right now and get your ticket. You just do it right now. Go right now. Just go to publiclyprophecy.com. Get the ticket. You'll be so glad that you did this. And guys, it could actually change your life. Okay, it could actually change your life. Just go to publiclyprophecy.com. Go to publiclyprophecy.com. Get your ticket right now for Silencing the Serpent. All right, I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. But first of all, let me tell you what's going on. Damascus has been hit with airstrikes. Israel has just sent Syria a painful blow. as airstrikes hit Damascus and the Middle East crisis has expanded. The war, see, this is a regional war, guys. These guys don't go away. Israel has to fight with Hamas. Then they got to fight with Hezbollah. Then they got to fight with the Houthis. Then they got to fight with the Iranians. And now they got to fight with the Syrians. But it just doesn't end. The Syrian army headquarters was attacked by Israel's defense minister by Israeli airstrikes. You're looking at it behind me. Massive explosion. And the reason is because this new guy, this new leader of Syria, Hamed Al-Shraa, this guy could be the biblical man in the Bible called the Assyrian because of his, he's a man of war. This guy used to be with Al-Qaeda. We fought against him. The Americans fought against this guy in 2003 in Iraq. And then we finally captured him. When we put him in a military prison in Iraq, we had him for 5 years. We let him go. Obama let him go. Obama let him go. So what's he do? He was with Al-Qaeda. He started another terrorist organization called Al-Nusra. Then he became part of ISIS. And then he became his own group called ATS, which he then overthrew Assad in Syria. And now he's the de facto president of Syria. And now everybody thinks he's the darling of the Middle East. Well, Israel's defense minister, Israel Katz, today warned Syria that it would hit this country hard after its deadly clashes, and they saw government forces were teaming up with Bedouin fighters in clashes against the Druze. The Druze are this most humble minority community, and they're being attacked by Syrian troops and Bedouin fighters in Syria. And Israel has already made a promise that they will always defend the Druze. They always will defend them. They're peace-loving people, and I've been up in the Golan Heights area where there's a large Druze community, and they grow some of the best dates there is, and figs. Amazing. And they're just humble people. I bought from the roadside, vendors. Anyway, Israel's told the Bedouin fighters they need to withdraw from attacking the Druze community. A live broadcast by Qatar's channel Al Jazeera showed a series of Israeli airstrikes that then hit the Syrian army and defense ministry headquarters in Damascus this morning, with smoke billowing into the sky and parts of buildings damaged. The Israeli attack came hours after the drone strike on the same building. Syrian state media has reported a number of casualties without giving further details. But I have dug deeper into the story, and I do have the details. I'm going to share those with you because you need to understand what's really happening here. The 248 people have been killed. 248 at least have been killed in southern Syria following several days of clashes that was triggered, and it triggered the deployment of the Syrian government forces. According to the war monitors out of France, the toll includes 92 members of the Druze community, minority community. 28 of them were innocent civilians. 21 killed in a summary of executions by Syrian forces. Now, this is important to know. So the Syrians keep saying that it's not their fault, that they're just trying to help the Bedouins out. It's the Syrian army and the Bedouins that are attacking this minority community of Druze. And they killed 92 Druze, including 21 of them by execution by Syrian forces. And that's according to the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights. Now, 138 Syrian security personnel were killed by the Israelis, along with 18 Bedouin fighters. Clashes between the Syrian government troops and local Druze fighters resumed again early this morning, collapsing a ceasefire that only lasted for about 7 hours and ends a deadly bloodshed. Syrian troops were dispatched to the province Monday to quell the fighting between Druze fighters and Bedouins armed men, but ended up clashing with the Druze militants. See, because it's really not the best. Guys, I've been to Israel 11 times. I've been to the Holy Land. You don't see Druze Bedouins. You're talking Bedouins. I've never in my life heard of Bedouins running around with arms, killing people. The Bedouins, they live in little tents in the middle of the wilderness with sheep and goats. These are ancient nomads. You know, they're Bedouins. They live very humbly. I mean, we're talking makeshift tents with some few little goats and a few little sheep and a couple camels and 4 wives and, 18 kids. And they live in the middle of the wilderness by themselves. They don't bother nobody. You're telling me the Bedouins have all of a sudden decided to go attack a community of Druze, and then the Syrian army decides to jump in to help them? I'm not buying this story, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not buying this story. Now, I'm not saying that the Syrian army couldn't have, rallied up a few Bedouins and give them a few guns and said, you will fight. I don't know if that was the case, but I can tell you this, until this guy got in charge of Syria, we had no fighting going on at all. I've never heard of such a thing. There's no fighting going on between the Bedouins and the Druze. I'm not saying they get along, but I'm just saying they're not at war with each other. Both of them are very small minority groups that live off to themselves and don't bother nobody. So Israel is protecting the Druze because they know the Druze are totally innocent being attacked here. Israel's really not even blaming the Bedouins because they don't really believe it either. They're going straight after the head of the snake, which is the leader of the Syrians and the Syrian army that is involved in this. And this guy, I'm telling you, this Hamed Al-Shraa, this guy's a snake in the grass. I've been saying it from day one because once a snake, always a snake. Once a leopard doesn't change its spots. This guy is a terrorist. He has always been one. He's a murderer. He's a butcher. And now he's in charge of Syria. And everybody wants, the whole world, the UN, the EU, everybody wants to run around and say he's the best thing since sliced bread. But I'm telling you, he's a terrorist who's taken over a country, and he wants to smooth talk the whole world and accepting him because he put on a nice suit and he rides around on a black horse. But we might better watch out. He might be the black horseman of the apocalypse. He might be the biblical Assyrian in the Bible. So, and now look, there is scripture on Damascus. And so I'm going to read this because I can already hear the anti-Semitic. I can already hear the voices crying over there in Israeli News Live and Rick Wiles of the Devil and all these crazy offshoot channels that are going to be running around attacking Israel again. But Israel is defending innocent community. There's a large Druze community in Israel, and there's a large Druze community in Syria. And Israel is sticking up for these Druze people, the innocent people. But here's what's going on. I'm going to give it to you what the Bible says. Okay? And we're going to go to we're really going to go to the book of Jeremiah here. 34, believe it or not. 49. We're going to go to Jeremiah 49. And, this Jeremiah 49, a lot of people talk about how that has to do with the breaking the bow of Iran, of Elam, of Iran, which it does. It's a prophecy's right there. And I've talked about that forever. But I've also shared with you folks that it's not just Isaiah 17:1 that talks about the destruction of Damascus, and Damascus becomes a ruinous heap. But also we have prophecy about Damascus being hit in Jeremiah 49. So if you go to Jeremiah 49, verse 23, the Bible says, concerning Damascus, Hamath is confounded, and Arpad, for they have heard evil tidings. They are faint-hearted. There is sorrow on the sea. It cannot be quiet. Damascus is waxed feeble, and turneth herself to flee, and fear has seized on her. Anguish and sorrows have taken her as a woman in travail. How is the city of praise not left, the city of my joy? Therefore, her young men shall fall in her streets, and all the men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord of hosts. And I will kindle a fire in the wall of Damascus. Now, this isn't at this moment, we've already seen Damascus go under severe attacks and destruction during the time of ISIS, when ISIS was involved, and they were just trying to destroy Damascus and take over Damascus. And we've seen the wars from the Arab Spring that started under the Obama administration, and Hillary Clinton was his Secretary of State, and how they called for the overthrow of different nations. But now here we are again. If this guy who just took over Syria was truly a man of peace and saying he said he wants to join the Abraham Peace Accord. He would like to build normal relations with Israel. Well, this isn't a way to start doing it, by attacking the Druze, okay? Bedouins are also very generally, they're very peaceful people. I mean, they are, and seriously, I just really believe that what we have here is it's the Syrian, the new Assyrian, who's trying to make something, he's trying to create a war, he's trying to blame it on the Bedouins, and it gives him excuse to go kill the Druze, which are minorities. And this guy said he was going to protect the minorities. He said he was going to protect the Druze. He was going to protect the Bedouins. He was going to protect the Christians and the Jews. But in reality, that's not what he's doing. And now he's trying to say that there's a war being fought between the Bedouins and the Druze. I'm telling you, this is a lie. He is creating this lie to go after the small minority group of Druze. And Israel is stepping up to the plate to defend the Druze community. And Israel's not against the Bedouins. There's a lot of Bedouins that live in Israel. Israel's not. These are both groups are very peace-loving people. This is all about this new guy in charge of Syria. And he is a problem. And I've been telling everybody that. He is a problem. Yet, folks, everybody's ignoring it, especially in the media, because they think he's the darling. I'm going to tell you another guy that thinks the darling. They think this guy, Zohan Mandani, that's it. Zohan Mandani. They think this guy who they think is going to become the next mayor of New York City. Everybody thinks he's the darling. He's another darling on the scene. No. Communist, socialist, anti-Semitic, Shia Islamic. This guy is not who you want running New York. I can tell you that. But you notice here, the leftist, the globalist, the global elitist, the beast kingdom that's trying to rise right now, guys. This beast kingdom's trying to rise. It embraces every evil and foul spirit. You can read it for yourself in the book of Revelation. Maybe I should. If you go to Revelation chapter 16 for just a moment, coming out of this very region is this foul spirit that we're seeing here in Syria, rising up here now against this minority group of people. Some people would say, well, Israel should just stay out of it. No. Israel has always told the Druze they would protect them because of the fact that they're very peace-loving people. In Revelation 16, listen to what happens when the sixth angel pours out his vial. If you go to Revelation 16, verse 12, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. Now, the river Euphrates right now is very, very dried up. It's very dry. And here's what John saw, John the Revelator. He said, I saw three unclean spirits like frogs that come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. For they are the spirits of devils, working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world to go to gather them to the battle of the great day of God Almighty. These are warlords coming out of that area where the Euphrates River is. The Euphrates River runs through Syria. And so, we start hearing the term Armageddon being thrown around by Vladimir Putin yesterday. Well, let's read on. Behold, I will come as a thief. Jesus said, it's in red letters. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. So Jesus is saying, look, I'm coming. And he gathered them together into the place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. So we hear that term, but do people really understand how close we are getting to this very event? It's not something to joke around about. Nuclear capabilities are now in the hands of rogue actors. And the Bible speaks of in the last days, nation would rise against nation and kingdom against kingdoms, and famines, pestilence, earthquakes in diverse places. All these begin with sorrows. I'm telling you right now, we're living in the end times. Guys, I interviewed Bishop Larry Ragland yesterday for this webinar. You talk about what a discussion we had about the battleground for America. And we are silencing this serpent. And I also interviewed Mike from around the world yesterday for this webinar. Incredible. His topic was on the battleground for our mind and the New World Order's 5-point agenda to take over the mind of humanity using new modern day technology. You are going to be blown away when you hear this discussion on this webinar, and plus all the other speakers that are in this. Pastor Barry Linscomb of Wichita, Kansas is going to be in this also, and more. Plus the audience interviews that Heidi did yesterday was just tear-jerking, emotional, but incredible how people are learning through the grace of God how to overcome grief, the loss of loved ones. Very, very powerful. And today, Heidi's interviewing a couple more people, including Israel Hall's mother, who lost her daughter in a tragic accident, and Israel Hall's mother's first cousin that was abducted, who was a TV anchor at the time in Iowa, and she was abducted and has never been seen again for 30 years. Matter of fact, there's a TV special has just launched on Hulu about it. We're going to show you a little clip of that also in this webinar. So you need to really get your hands on this webinar. Get your tickets today. Get your tickets today. Get your tickets today. Get your tickets today. Just go to paulbegleyprophecy.com or pick up the phone and call 765-414-2230. Guys, seriously, I'm not joking. Get on the phone if you need to order it by phone. But I'm telling you, Damascus has just been slammed by the nation of Israel as Israel tries to protect the innocent community of the Druze.
Saturday was silent, and surely it was through. Since when has impossible ever stopped you? And Friday's disappointment is Sunday's empty tomb. Since when has impossible ever stopped you? This is the sound of a dry bones rattling. This is the praise make a dead man walk again.
Get some coffee and calm down.
Open the grave, I'm coming out. I'm gonna live again. This is the sound of dry bones rattling.
Oh, that's right.
Pentecostal fire, stirring something new. You're not gonna run out of miracles anytime soon. the phrase, make a dead man walk again. Open the grave, I'm coming out. I'm gonna live again. This is the sound of dry bones rattling.
Somebody shout.
My God is able to save and deliver and heal and restore anything that he wants to. Just ask the man who was thrown on the bones of Elisha if there's anything that he can do. Just ask the stone that was rolled at the tomb in the garden. What happens when God says to move? I feel him moving it now. I feel him doing it now. I feel him doing it now. Do it now. Do it now. This is the sound of dry bones rattling. Yeah, this is the praise, make a dead man walk again. Open the grave, I'm coming out. I'm gonna live again. Open the grave, I'm coming out. I'm gonna live again. Open the grave, I'm coming out. I'm gonna live again. This is the sound of dry bones rattling.
Oh, that's right. Son of man, these bones, son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Prophesy and say to them, thus saith the Lord God, behold, my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up from your graves and bring you into the land of Israel. Then you shall know that I am the Lord, and I will put my spirit in you, and I will place you in your own land, and you shall live. I will place you in your own land. You shall live, 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 live.
This is the sound of dry bones rattling. Yeah, this is the praise, make a dead man walk again. Open the grave, I'm coming out. I'm gonna live again. Open the grave, I'm coming out. I'm gonna live again. Open the grave, I'm coming out. I'm gonna live.
Unbelievable.
This is the sound of dry bones rattling.
Guys, get a copy of my book, Revelation 9:11. I just talked to the publishers yesterday. The audio book for Revelation 9:11 is coming out within the next few days. We'll let you know when it hits. It'll be available on Audible, and you'll be able to go there and get it. And I read it, so it'd be read by the author. Troy said, Paul, you read it. So I did, and it will be available for you to get on Audible. A lot of people are looking forward to that. And then you can listen to it, when you're in your free time or if you're driving down the road. A lot of folks like to listen to Audible books when they're driving down the road, audio. So it's in audio. It'll be coming out very soon, and we'll let you know. Also, I'm working on another book right now that I'm very excited. We had a big breakthrough. We have a new publisher that's coming in. That I can't say until I sign it on the dotted line, but then I'll let you know. And we'll give you a heads up on when that's coming out. But this is going to be huge, okay? And so we'll let you know about that. And there's just so much going on right now. People are getting saved. People are being set free. And this webinar is going to be, it is so good. Heidi did phenomenal interviews yesterday with 3 different people, and she's doing 2 today. And then she's got more to do. So this webinar is filled with information. Incredible. Great speakers. And like I said, Pastor Barry Lipscomb from Wichita, Kansas is also going to be back. We had him about a year ago. He's back. Going to do some great teaching on how to silence that serpent in your life. Bishop Larry Ragland was phenomenal yesterday when I filmed him on the battleground for America. Mike from the World was incredible when I filmed him yesterday on the battleground for your mind. He reveals the 5 steps or the 5 things that the New World Order, the Beast Kingdom, is using to control the mind of the world, really. And it's with using new technologies to control your mind. And if the devil can control your mind, he's got your heart. He's got your soul. The battleground for the soul is in the mind. It is a dynamic presentation interview with Mike from the World that's going to be in this webinar. And, of course, Pastor Joshua Pereira. I mean, I interviewed him last week, and incredible 1-hour conversation on how to overcome porn addictions and how to be set completely free of these areas, especially of sexual confusion, and also talks about sex trafficking and a lot of other stuff. So I'm telling you, incredible information. First time you'll ever hear from him. He is a powerful pastor out of the state of Washington, and more. We got more coming into this. So there's just so much into this. I can't even think about it. I can't remember it all. And we got a lot more to film. So get ready, because this webinar is going to really, we're tackling that serpent, that lion, devil, that snake, that serpent, that lying, slithering, sneaky, demonic entity. We have to silence the serpent. The spiritual battlegrounds for your soul and for America and for the world. I'll be giving a full presentation on the battleground for the world and how to tie that together in biblical prophecy. So you're going to get all of that in this webinar. I'll be back, guys, in just a little bit with more today on the Coming Apocalypse. And don't forget tonight, I'll be co-hosting Getting Ready with Israel Hall tonight over at ffctv.church on the Wednesday night broadcast tonight on Getting Ready. And then tomorrow night, don't forget, my live guest will be live in studio with me, Kevin Wilson. And that's going to be powerful. Some great music. And, of course, Mike from around the world as well. So a lot coming up here in the next few hours, but stay with me. I'm not done today. There's other information coming to you. I've got more information here and incredible stuff that's just mind-boggling. Plus, I'm going to have to put some of this over at Patreon, so keep an eye on your Patreon channel. And if you're not signed up there, you need to do that. Get signed up so that you can stay up to speed on everything happening quickly all over the world. Are you serious? Are you serious? Silence the serpent.